morning greetings to all of you. Vanakkam to everybody. It is our proud privilege and pleasure to meet you here with bright faces. How Periyar has transformed the society through the means of education, because we consider from the oppressed community, education should be the instrument of social change, for which he strived throughout his life, because nowhere in the world a society was formed where, for the majority of the people who happen to be the tillers of the soil, drawers of the water and hoers of the wood, the sons and daughters of the soil, they were denied the right of education. If anybody completely contravenes and get education, their tongue must be cut. Their ears must be filled with molten lead. You wouldn't believe whether this kind of atrocious behavior was there. Of course, it was a society based on the social injunction of the great Manudharma. When Manudharma was imposed, that was the rule. Even our Tamil kings later on, they had to obey the dictates and social injunctions of Manudharma, which very rightly or wrongly said, if you want to go to heaven, you must adhere this dharma, which is really an adharma, a social injustice that was there. And you know, Periyar was there to fight against all this oppression. Oppression in any form. First, his battle, his war is still continuing. But the battles, your five-pronged battles, five-pronged. One is the battle against the caste system. Another is battle against the gender inequality, gender injustice. Third is to rest for human rights. The fourth is to protect the minority rights. The fifth is to do away with the social injustices and get social justice. And above all, there must be rationality in the behavior of men. In other parts of the world, we are seeing human beings, whereas I am very sorry to know, before the era of Periyar, before Periyar came to start his movement of self-respect movement, there were inhuman treatment. People were considered to be subhuman. How? You will be wondering, because the time is very short. I want to present it through an authoritative quotes. This is from the report of the Federal Government of India, that is the Central Government of India. This report is called Mandal Commission. In this Mandal Commission, which was in cold storage, but for our hard works, we convened 42 conferences throughout India, even to make this to see the light of the day in the Parliament. And 16 conferences were convened. And so many other things we are fighting. Only after that we are able to implement. Only due to the untiring efforts, we owe a deep debt of gratitude to the social justice savior, Honorable V.P. Singh, who is always to be remembered, was responsible for bringing in and has given an opportunity. Some of these recommendations were brought into an act, and they were able to give a solid implementation. In this report, what was the earlier society? before Periyar. What was Periyar has done? And instead of myself, as a student of Periyar, as a lifelong disciple of Periyar, it is better that let us see ranking of the Hindu society, quote from the Mandal Commission, chapter 5, social backwardness and caste, under the caption. They very clearly says, ranking of the Hindu society into 4 varnas, furnished Brahminical orthodoxy with the bedrock on which it erected its elaborate caste structure. One essential feature of the institution is the concept of purity and pollution. In this country, pollution means different meaning. Anywhere, pollution means different meaning. But the pollution, according to Manu society, the olden society, where alien culture, Aryan culture was imposed, and culturally they were captivated. What happened, you know, and this kind of pollution was completely pointed out. That is why there are untouchables, unseeables, unapproachables. Have you ever heard in any part of India? It was against this oppression Periyar fought and won to a large extent. That is why we are celebrating Periyar's birthday. We are here to salute you, salute those who salute Periyar for their services. And we are very happy that here every year, all of you are with a deep sense of gratitude celebrating Periyar, not for Periyar's sake. What for we are taking the medicine? Not for to satisfy those who have found out the medicine? Or are we to patronize the selling of medical stores? No. It is just for our disease, for our thing, for our health we are taking the medicine. That is why Periyar as a medicine is always needed, because the germs are ready to attack us at any time. That is why here with Hinduism proper, caste can be divided into 5 groups. First, twice born caste. Second, the caste at whose hands twice born caste can take pakka food. How is pollution and purity? This is not my conviction. This is not my explanation. This is officially given and accepted in the parliament and implemented and recognized by the Constitution of India. That is why I am able to bring it to this august audience. How, what kind of oppression Periyar faced when he started the self-respect movement, which is nothing but a humanist movement. So he started it, and he told, third, those castes at whose hands the twice born cannot accept any kind of food, but may take water. Fourth caste, there are untouchables, yet we are such, water from them cannot be used twice born. Last came all those castes whose touch, very touch itself, defies not only the twice born, but any orthodox Hindu. So untouchability, unapproachability, and seeability. Don't you think this is anti-human? Don't you think this is subhuman? Anti-human? This kind of, so what Periyar has started the movement? Why Periyar has started the movement? We disciples, even from our student days onwards, we were attracted towards him. Why? Because, but for him, we would not have been what we are today. I am happy that so many our old students from our Periyar University, Periyar Education University, which has sprouted out of the magnificence of Periyar, we are able to see the young, bright faces. How? That is a transformation of the society. Because earlier, people were meekly submitting themselves. And not only the 5 castes, one is Brahmin, and it was, well, Periyar attacked he happened to be a non-believer. What made him a non-believer? Why he has attacked the concept of God? Because the Hindu religion very clearly said, the avatar, the God itself said, Chaturvarnam Maya Srishtam. That was Bhagavad Gita. Everybody used to say, oh, Bhagavad Gita is very, very great, work and epic and all these things, moral story, and even they ventured to put it as in non-detail as an optional subject in Anna University recently, which is strongly and stoutly opposed by us. Why? Because Gita, very rightly they pointed out, the avatar of God itself says, look here, it was I who created the four varnas. And the dharma should be observed. That means Shudra, Panchama should not get education at all. And they must be the manual workers. They must be slaves. Not only slaves of the body, but slaves of the mind. This is their concept. So, Periyar turned to that side. He said, no, if that is your God, I don't want to accept your God. That will no more, and the injustice. If all happen to be the children of God, how the father figure will discriminate against the sons and daughters? This is the problem. This was the right question Periyar asked. Periyar always educates the people through his meeting. And he lived up to 95th year. Even during the evening of his life, in spite of the illness, in spite of various other things, old age things, and he never kept his rest over. He was going on touring and addressing the meetings. And late lamented Anna has very rightly said, he was the first professor in Tamil Nadu. His classes start in the evening classes where he used to educate the people. And get to hear, you will have to see that. And so many other things. When asked about this kind of God concept, and another Manudharma, they said it was Brahma who created Brahmin from the head, Kshatriya from the shoulders, and Vaisya from the thighs, and Shudras from the feet. This is how that has happened. That is why it was not a man-made, it was not human-made arrangement. It is divinely. You and I cannot change it because it is a divine order. This is how we were made to believe. And fifth caste is Panchama, the scheduled caste. And you know, even fourth caste and fifth caste, they were clubbed together. There is another sixth class in the order. You will remember. You will be wondered to hear which is that sixth caste. It is women who are the sixth caste. Women of all castes, including the Brahmin community. That is what very nicely and very aptly described by Baba Sahib Ambedkar. That is there. Not only inequalities everywhere in the world, but in India, in Indian society, which is caste-oriented, where the inequality is not mere inequality, it is graded inequality. What about the social rungs of the ladder? You just imagine the social rungs of the ladder. What is above? He is Brahmin. Under rung, there is Kshatriya. Under third, Vaisya. Fourth, the Shudra. Shudra means, I am very sorry to tell before this enlightened audience, that Shudra means, in Manudharma, he has openly said he is a bastard. We are tolerating it. It was recognized in the law. Even now, if we go to Hindu law, Hindus must submit to the Hindu law. As a lawyer, I could point out that a Shudra has no right to marry. The performance by the self-respect marriage done by Periyar, which he invented without any rituals, as coupled, just like a contract, which was declared by the High Court of the land, an invalid one. Because there is no Saptapadi, because there is no ritual, because there is no Brahmin, because there was no Sanskrit mantras. This is how the culture was imposed. And you know, the fifth caste, Periyar has got a very high sense of humor. People used to write questions and ask him in the public meeting. He will address for 3 hours, 4 hours, ordinary man. In the people's language, he used to tell. One question was handed over to Periyar long time back. Sir, you are an authority of Puranas and epics and all these things. And you say that Mandarma, there is a great inequality and it was Brahma created, you have quoted, you have pointed out. We could understand. From the head, Brahmin, from the shoulders, Kshatriya, from the thighs, Vaisyas, from the feet, the Shudras. I happen to be the Panchama, the fifth caste. Where I am born, you will have to explain because you know very well about that. Periyar quipped very sharply after reading this one. He is born to your mother and father. That was the time. See now, and lowest of the lower women. That is why Periyar's five-pronged battle was number 1 against the caste, number 2 against the gender discrimination. Gender discrimination, discrimination by birth. He was quite against the oppression. Worst oppression is discrimination by birth. I am very happy. More women members are here in this church. I am very happy that we are educated. Let me tell how the transformation was going on. Because of paucity of time, I would like to ask one question to this august audience. You know, you are all well educated and you are concerned and many of your students are also there. How many of you, Ms. Karnanadi, you can count, how many of your grandmother was a graduate? You can lift up your hands. Your grandmother party are graduate. Any graduate from your family, your grandmother, you can lift up your hand. Nobody. Your grandmother, after all 3 generations ago. Nobody. Your mother, graduate mother, you can count. 14. Oh, very good. Very, very good progress. At least one step ahead. The land of Saraswati. Who was supposed to be the goddess. And every now and then they used to have, in America, even America when I came here, there is Navaratri Kolu. Saraswati is being worshipped. We have no grounds against Saraswati. Periyar jocularly told, Madam Saraswati, our goddess Saraswati, you need not confine your writing and all these things on the tongue only in Agrahams, only in the upper caste. You please come to other streets also. Other streets also now transformed. And you can lift up your hands who are all the graduates here. That is too many. Otherwise you are not graduates, you can lift up your hands. That is very easy. No one is here. This is what Periyar has done. This is what Periyar has done. This is what the culture of the against Manu, against social injunction, against great injustice, against women. Because they must be considered as the gender justice. Gender injustice. Wherever there is injustice, there is a demand for justice. That is there. The social injustice, the movement for social injustice was there. The first amendment was brought by Periyar. And for this information of this august audience, Periyar stands of the society. Unless and until you destroy and annihilate the caste system, which is very obnoxious, which is discriminatory, which is very anti-human, you will have to see the gender justice must also be there. So equally, that is why Periyar wanted Equally, women should be given top priority. Said all rights. And it was the Dravidian movement in the whole of India. In 1922, they gave the suffrage, the voting right for women. That is the Dravidian movement. Even before the Constitution of India came into force in 1950, January 26th, the Republican Day, that one, the Republic Day. Even before it, some 20 years earlier, prior to that, the social justice was there, adumbrated in the form of GO in the Justice Party government, that is the Dravidian government, where because of the advice of Periyar, there was education. Those who are suppressed and oppressed should be given priority. That is why, just socially, you give handicap in a running race, isn't it, for handicapped people. So, we are there, that is for physically handicapped. This is for socially handicapped, that's all. That is why the physically handicapped people are more, and socially handicapped people. And that is why we are able to, even after Periyar has left a movement, very vibrant movement. And because of this vibrant movement, we are able to see that the only state, Tamil Nadu, is the only state where 69% is in vogue for education and employment for all the people, and there is a reservation for women. And the women should not enjoy the property right like men. They were discriminated because of the Hindu law. The Sanatana Dharma never yields. The Shankaracharyas and others, they want to see that it should be put an end to. That law should not be take a shape. When Baba Sahib, Dr. Ambedkar, brought the Hindu Code Bill, then when he was the law minister under Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the disgruntled forces, the orthodox forces, they put a pressure, political pressure, so that we could not get the bill passed. So he resigned on that account. He don't want to stick on the power. He resigned, he threw the resignation letter and went away. And later on, what happened? This happened in 1953-54. Later on, the same Dravidian movement, when Dr. Kalaignar participated, Kalaignar Karunanidhi, when he participated as a DMK partnership in the Manmohan Singh government, in 2006, the law was passed. Now the same women are enjoying the property rights. That was the achievement of the great Indian movement. The voting rights, the educational rights, and all these things. Equally, the other battle is against the human rights, particularly the minority rights. That is more important. So, this movement is still long miles ago. We have won many battles, but we are yet to win the war. This is very, very important. So we will have to continue. Why Periyar? Whether Periyar is needed in America? Whether Periyar must be only for, is intended only for India, Tamil Nadu? No. Still here, the caste disease is slowly coming in and occupies us. I am very pained to go through this book. This book, I got it. How the caste, there is the caste in the United States, a survey of the caste among the South Asian Americans, Equality Labs. Even particularly in California, they were suffering. And there are forces, there are people. I am very sorry to tell you. That is why Periyar and Baba Sahib Ambedkar are needed here, and they are more necessity, more relevant than earlier in Tamil Nadu. That is why you will have to see, and you can go through this book, and so many other things, even advanced. After all, we have come here from India, and we got the visa from India. You want the green card, you want to become the citizens, but you will have to leave certain things which are not worth it. You will have to throw it on the sea when you come there. But what is more important to be preserved is our culture. பிறப்போக்கும் எல்லா உயிர்க்கும் all are our citizens. Every place is ours. That must be the broader humanity. Humanity should be one love and peace. You will have to embrace. But why should the discrimination be here? Because birds flu may start in one country and go to other country. So also the caste is worse. So let me appeal to you. It is no merely a celebration of Periyar and Baba Saheb Ambedkar. If there is any iota of caste thinking, you discard it, because caste is not scientifically based. When you are donating blood, are you donating to your own caste people? Are Chettiar's Rattam to Chettiar? Are Nada's blood to Nada? Are Modaliyar's blood to Modaliyar? It is A1 positive, or O group, this group. How can you say that? So, it is very clear, the caste has no scientific basis. It is most unscientific, it is more brutal and very tribal. You will have to feel shame about it, because it is the caste which divided the people. It was Periyar, it is the religion which divided the people. Of course, people like Guru Nanak and others, they were for the caste abolition. But even then, the Brahminism is such a clever thing, it is like an octopus. It is not against particular individual. I am telling about the system. That is the system which embraces, it catches everybody. So that in Christianity, in Rome, there is no scheduled caste Christian or upper caste Christian. If you come to Tamil Nadu, you will see a graveyard, a separate graveyard. All the problems, all the difficulties must end if one ends his life. But caste is not like that. It is worse than that. It goes to the graveyard, then separate graveyard. For this caste, crematorium, separate crematorium. For this a graveyard. All these things. So, the gender justice, injustice, the caste and untouchability, unseeability and approachability, and educational denying of opportunity, and employment, all these things must, for time being, just like when you want to build a bridge. Before that, what you used to do, there will be a diversion road. This affirmative action, this reservation, so many people ask, how long this reservation? That question, so long as the caste exists, that is my answer. So long, just come and annihilate the caste, then there is no necessity for caste. That is why, my dear friends, I am very happy that you are celebrating. We are here to salute you who salute Periyar. Thank you very much.